All right, everybody, here we go. Spanish 2, 6th period with Mrs. Stuck, day 1 of online learning. So many people were absent from last class, plus the mood in the class. I could see a lot of stress. This is basically a redo of the last lesson we had before we left for our time out of school. So if you were there and you feel super confident, you might take today off. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to go through everything and just check and see how you're doing. If you were absent, here's your chance to get caught up. Every day, I'm going to do my best to post a lesson to help you practice and keep up. So here we have, as always, Español 2 horas 6 instead of a date, day 1 of online learning. We'll always have our cafecito or do now, our objetivos or learning target, our pasos or lesson steps, our tarea, and then I notice that this little sign keeps popping up every time I lower my arrow. So just remember that I read left to right, top to bottom. There are the fechas and crédito extra. If you had some homework that you hadn't done yet, here's the cloud to give you the online options. And as always, there's a vocabulary list. So how are we going to do this today? Basic how-to. This video reads each slide aloud for you. Try repeating after me. When you repeat after me, that helps you practice your listening and your speaking skills. I'll try to remember to make this arrow go through, but as you see, every time I move the arrow down, it starts to cover up things at the bottom. Hand copy notes onto paper or a doc if you have no paper. This is going to help your reading and your writing skills. Pause as you need to do the work. I will post your answers so you can check your work. And as from the Newport News Public Schools website, students should strive to complete all the lessons. However, students will be provided time to complete any incomplete lessons upon their return to school. Your safety and your health and your family come first. So just remember to pause as you need to. Pause to repeat, pause to work, pause to open the assignment, and pause to write, and then replay as you need. So here we go, day 1 of online learning. Cafecito Quizlet. As always, you click on the link, it takes you right to the lesson. I'm going to ask you to click on this to go to the Quizlet sets. You should go to Spanish 2. You're going to type, as you see I did, Unit 4 in the search bar. These should all pop up. I really want you to study Vocabulario de Viaje along with Viajes y Excursiones. Set a timer. Study each chunk for 3 to 5 minutes. So yep, just click right here. Notice it pops up, just like I did. You're going to type in Unit 4, and all of your selections come up. So go ahead and take a pause, study, and then come on back into the lesson. So by the end of class today, I will be able to identify at least 10, by the end of class today, I will be able to identify at least 10 new vocabulary words to describe past travel events with 80% accuracy or better as evidenced by my exit check. And remember, we always have the exit check. Pasos, lesson steps, cafecito, past travel experiences, speaking partners, learn new vocabulary, reading, writing, listening practices. We did all but 2 slides in class. We're going to get this all done here because, quite honestly, we can't go anywhere else. So let's get some stuff done. Keep up. So speaking partners. Wait a minute, Miss Stuck. I don't have a speaking partner. I'm going to work on seeing if I can do a flip grid. Right now, first let's just practice. Translate the questions to English. Traduce las preguntas al inglés. Pause, give yourself time to write, and then go to the next slide to check your answers. Ready? Pause. Now that you're back, go to the next slide to check your answers. I make the whole thing go to full present, and then here I go. Pause if you need to take some notes, make some changes. All right, I'm going back to the previous slide. I'm going to practice reading these out loud. I'd like you to practice saying them out loud. ¿Viajabas de niño? If you're talking to a girl, make that niña. ¿Viajabas de niño? ¿Viajabas con tu familia? ¿Viajabas con tu familia? ¿A dónde viajabas? ¿A dónde viajabas? ¿Cómo viajabas? ¿Cómo viajabas? ¿Qué llevabas contigo? Now, some of you like to take that double L and make the j sound like they do in Argentina. So it would be que llevabas contigo. Throughout the recordings, you may hear me slip up and make the v sound. That means I'm an English speaker naturally. If you didn't take the time before, when you were translating, would you go ahead and make sure you practiced writing the Spanish? That's going to help you practice the punctuation, help you practice the little tilde. It's also going to help you practice word order. Pause if you need to. When you're ready, come back. Then we go on to the next slide. Contesta las preguntas. Escribe frases completas. Answer the questions. Write complete sentences. So pause if you need to. Type your answers on here. When you're ready, go to the next slide and you're going to see my sample answers. Pause, give yourself time to write. Remember, if you write on a piece of paper, that helps you practice handwriting. And if you're typing in a Google Doc because you don't have paper, you know what? You're still practicing. Okay, here are my sample answers. ¿Viajabas de niño? Well, we changed to de niña because you're asking me. Did you used to travel as a little girl? Sí, viajaba. Yes, I used to travel. ¿Viajabas con tu familia? Did you used to travel with your family? Viajaba con mi familia. I used to travel with my family. ¿A dónde viajabas? Where did you travel? Mi familia y yo viajábamos a West Winfield, New York y a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My family and I used to travel to West Winfield, New York and to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. ¿Cómo viajabas? How did you used to travel? Viajábamos en coche. We used to go by car. ¿Qué llevabas contigo? What did you used to take with you? Yes, llevar means to wear. It also means to carry. I did slur there. Sorry about that. Llevar does mean to wear. It also means to carry. You could use the verb traer, T-R-A-E-R, traer for to bring. So my answer is, llevaba una maleta, ropa, un oso de peluche, libros y mi mochila. I used to carry a suitcase, clothing, a teddy bear, books, and my book bag. So if you didn't want to use llevaba with the L-L-E-V-A-B-A, you could have used traer, which is to bring, and used T-R-A-E-R for to bring. Remember, you drop off the E-R and you put on the I-A with the accent mark on the I to say that. So give yourself a chance, give it a try. If you have forgotten how to form and use the imperfect tense to talk about what you used to do or how things were, here are some videos. If you click directly on these links, you're going to go to senorjordan.com. You know what? He explains them nice and clear and gives you graphics. If you really don't learn from videos and you just need to learn from notes and practices, I've got links here directly to studyspanish.com. You've got the lesson and the mini quiz, the lesson and the mini quiz. Yep, these links do work, not within my video. You've got to open up the lesson. So see how this clicks in and goes into senorjordan.com, his Spanish videos, and should take you right there. You can play them, and remember, he gives you some graphics there. Back to the lesson. If you don't like senorjordan.com, again, you've got studyspanish.com. So there's the lesson right there for you to read through and physically take notes on. Some of you learn better doing that way. And then you can give yourself a mini quiz just to see how you do. And you can go through and just check what you think is the best and give it a try. Remember that little arrow usually takes us right back to the start. So we've had our quote speaking partner practice. Now we're going to practice learning that new vocabulary. It's a mixture of listening, reading, and writing practices. Last class we did all but 2 slides, but since we're here at home, let's do all of them. Remember that I embed links directly in here so you don't have to find them within your VHL. So it looks like we're doing practice workbook activities 5, 6, 7. We're only doing 7A. So you click in and it should take you right to it. This is one of the reasons I've been asking you to make sure that you do have access to your online textbook and that you've kept up with your logins and passwords. If you have lost it, I can try to contact our book sponsor. I am sure they are busy helping everybody around the country. So please know that if you have lost it, I can try to get one for you. Just please be patient with the time. So As you see, it pops right up. I'm going to go to the next lesson. The first thing I want you to do is practice workbook activity 5. They're called elementos importantes, and it says arrastra cada palabra bajo la imagen correspondiente. Bolsa, maleta, puerta, mapa, folleto, horario, viajero, estación. Take a moment, guess, try your best. Use your vocabulary list. Remember that first slide has a purple star to take you to the vocabulary list. When you're done, you're going to check your answers on the next slide. Repite, por favor. Bolsa, maleta, puerta, mapa, folleto, horario, viajero, estación. You could quite honestly have just come over here and gotten the answers, but I really hope that you gave it a try on your own. Let's go to the next activity. Practice Workbook Activity 6, Viajes Personales. Elige y escribe la opción que mejor describe tus costumbres. Choose and write the option that best describes your customs. So there is no right or wrong answer. Voy de vacaciones en autobús, coche, avión. Normalmente llevo un folleto, un mapa, los horarios. Me gusta llegar a la estación muy pronto, en punto, con poco tiempo. Durante el viaje hablo con otros viajeros, el conductor, mis amigos. If you're getting listening practice, feel free to replay that. My pronunciation isn't perfect and I'm not a native, but it's better than no practice at all. Here are my sample answers. I do prefer to travel by plane, but can't afford that. And I'm not a fan of the bus, so I say that I usually go on vacations by car. And normally I take a map with me. I know that we have maps on our phones, but I like to take a paper map just in case. I do prefer to arrive to stations very early, just in case I have questions or concerns. Nowadays with TSA, there's so much to check. And then during the trip, yeah, I usually do talk with my friends and other travelers. So give it a try. Next one. So practice workbook activity 7A. Please notice that I picked A and not B. You're welcome to do both if you want. Planes de viaje. Completa la postal con la forma adecuada de las palabras del recuadro. So complete this postcard with the appropriate form of the verbs or words in the box. It says hacer, ir, llegar, salir, perder, visitar. So you take a moment and you go through this and you do the best that you can. Queridos amigos, Marte y yo vamos a Guatavita. Allí queremos la laguna. Son las 9 según el horario del autobús. En una hora. Tenemos que ir al hotel rápido para la maleta. Vamos a el autobús. Creo que a Guatavita por la tarde. Os escribo una postal desde ahí. Besos, Carolina. I really want you to try and do this on your own. It's okay. And yep, I've got the answers on the next slide. So, what did all that mean? Dear friends, Martha and I are going to go to Guatavita. There we want to visit the lagoon. It's 9 o'clock, and according to the schedule, the bus leaves in an hour. We have to go to the hotel quickly in order to pack the suitcase. We're going to lose the bus or miss the bus. I think it arrives at Guatavita in the afternoon. I will write you all a postcard from there. Besos, kisses, Carolina. Notice we had to change sale to agree with autobús. We had to change llega to agree with autobús as well. Yep, they're using os. Some countries use vosotros. Okay, this is the speaking and listening workbook. Estudiamos y practicamos el vocabulario. Libro de escuchar. Escucha y escribe el nombre de cada persona debajo del objeto correspondiente. You're going to click on this and you're going to hear some Spanish. Listen for context clues. For example, that's one suitcase. This is a bunch of luggage. This is a map that includes Colombia and Venezuela. This is a bus station. Doesn't that look like a brochure? Doesn't this young lady look like she's looking at a schedule? So I just want you to pause, and the first time you go through, just listen. The second time you go through, just try to write an answer. In class, you all watched me. I stopped, I went back and listened. I stopped, I went back and listened. So you're going to click on that 5, click on this link, give it a try, do the best you can. Yes, the answers are on the next slide, but try it on your own. And here are the answers. Okay, so why did it mark it wrong? We couldn't figure it out in class. We think there's a computer glitch. So Silvia, Susana, Pedro, Jonas, Javier, Ana, y Laura. Just do your best. Okay, we didn't get to this in class. We listened to it. Everybody looked really tired and stressed. It started to play. Your faces just said stop. But this is Estudiamos y Practicamos el Vocabulario, Libro de Escuchar, Actividad 6. So we're going to try. Push that. Listen. It says, escucha los mini diálogos y completa las oraciones con la opción correcta. For example, las chicas están hablando de los boletos. Remember that las tarifas are like prices or tariffs. Los horarios are schedules and las excursiones are trips. If you need to, look up what these words mean before you listen. Okay, good luck. Pause, give it a try. Just do your best. And here are the answers. Estudiamos y practicamos el vocabulario. This one we did in class. It says, escucha las experiencias de Julián. Indica si ocurren ahora o si ocurren en el pasado. Listen to Julian's experiences. Indicate if they are occurring right now or if they occurred in the past. So present tense, you'll hear like vivo, trabajo, hago, nado, voy, paso, tomo, voy. You'll hear that in the present tense. If there's something he used to do, it would be vivía, trabajaba, hacía, nadaba, iba, pasaba, tomaba. So just listen to those things. Give it a try. The worst that can happen, you get some wrong. That's okay. The class watched me get a couple wrong too because I was stressed and tired. And here are your answers. Remember, you can always pause this video. Estudiamos y practicamos el vocabulario. Libro de escuchar. Actividad 8. So what I did is the first time through, I played it and I didn't even try to fill in a thing. I just kind of went through and listened as I went along. And I realized that I had to fill in the blank with a verb. The second time I went through, I just typed the verbs as fast as I could and I didn't worry about accent marks. Then the third time I went through, I added in the accent marks using this keyboard here. Remember, you play by clicking on that. And here are the answers. Pause as you need to. Notice I had to add in accent marks using that. I wonder why it marked that wrong. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't capitalize it. That's why it marked it wrong. Objetivos. By the end of class today, I will be able to identify at least 10 new vocabulary words to describe past travel events with 80% accuracy or better, as evidenced by my exit check. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link and you're going to type in Unit 4, just like we did in the beginning of class. You're going to choose one of these topics that you want to do. You're going to choose test and make a 10-question multiple choice test. Screenshot your answer, plop it in right here. So let's do a sample. I click on the link. I make sure I go to Spanish 2. It took me right there. I'm going to type in Unit 4. And I think I want vocabulario de viaje. Over here we click test. There's no way I want to do all of that. So see options right here? I'm going to go to options. And all I want are multiple choice. I'm going to answer with Spanish. I'm going to show images. And I'm going to create my new test. So I'm going to go through. Looks like some of these are words we haven't studied in the lesson, but that's okay. You studied ahead of time. You might want to go through and check a different test or a different set of vocabulary. You know what? I didn't click how many questions I wanted. Notice there are 20 multiple choice questions. So if you get into that, you know what? Go back. Click on test. Don't translate the page. Go to options, question limit. There we go. 20 question limit. Got the idea? So you're just going to go through and you're going to click them and you're going to get your score. Wonder if I'm getting them right. Feel free to chuckle if I get some wrong. Ten questions is a whole lot better than 20. All right, and I hit check answers. Oh, I got one wrong. Ah, that's okay. Then you can do a screenshot. Then you go back in here and you hit print. Oh, no. You hit Control V. Sorry about that. That's pretty funny. So let's go back in here. Let me get my screenshot. And let me hit print. It's not working for me because I've got a teacher's one, but that's okay. It's nice to see the teacher make a mistake. Good luck, guys. Just do your best. All righty, do your best. And if you need to, type in your answer. Again, don't worry about being perfect. It's okay to tell me you got a 20. It's also okay to redo things until you get the answer you want. I love you. Make good choices. Do your best. I can't wait to see you again.